All right, guys, let's talk about LFS and how this thing has made the biggest move in the whole market here. I mean, we were at literally way down here, and it's just look at the monster move up. I think it was like over 900% or something. Like this thing has made a tremendous move up from the lows all the way to the highs, over 800%. So I did alert this in the Discord. If you go to my penny alerts, you will see these are going to be like day trades into high volatile stocks that you can hold. And like when you take base hits and then you hold the break even and make more and more money. I bought LFSS right here at 1036, and I was doing my strategy many times on this because let me show you why I liked LFS. So the very first time I saw it catching momentum here, I saw it in my screener and I was like, holy crap, this thing just ran up 70% in minutes, right? In a blink of an eye. And so I caught it on my screener. And I always tell people that the biggest rockets you will see is going to be on that EMA 10 and 20. Well, I took some shares here on that 20, and it made me a decent, 10% in like, minutes, right? And when I saw this, I usually just put my stop loss break even. So actually wrong. My bad. It was this one right here. So I saw this move right here. It went up very fast, and I bought it on the 10 and 20, and I made money instantly. Right, 25% here, and then 19% there. It was such a good thing. And then I saw it coming up again. It was crossing the bands here, and I see this monster move again, and then it comes back to the 10 and 20. I take some profit, get stopped out right in here, and then once it's a little high or lower, no big deal. And then it just keeps going up and up and up. I was like, holy freaking crap. Well, if it touches this upper band, I'll try to keep playing it time and time again. And as you can see, this EMA 20 was another beautiful bounce. And literally to this time, I mean, look at this thing just rallying up, hits the 10 or hits this upper band, comes back to the 20 again, and rallies up for another, 38%, comes back to the 50, which is our next one, and rallies another 70, 80% right there. So basically what I'm doing with this strategy is I'm looking for momentum trades. If we make an uptrend, what you will see is you will see this EMA 200 come to be at the bottom. But I try to get in early, and as you can see, when price pulls back to the rocket ones, the rocket EMAs, which are the 10 and 20 on the 1 minute, you see these monster explosives up. And that's how you can really hold these. And if I'm making over 10, 20%, I'm going to take some profit and I'm going to go break even. So if you get in right in here and price rockets up, over 10%, you should already be taking some profit and putting your stop loss break even. Unfortunately, it hits it, and you could just keep playing each thing as it goes. I didn't catch this one, but as you can see, it just really depends on what your stop loss would be. If you took this 50, your stop loss would be below this 200. If you're playing this 20, your stop loss would be in the middle of this 50. And as you can see, look how much risk you're taking. Very little. Price comes back up to the upper counter, which tells us, oh, we're very bullish. All right, pulls back to the EMA 20 right in here, and it makes a rocket up again. And then I wouldn't play this. I would just keep holding this, and then you can see the monster move that you keep making. And then we finally come to the 50, and then rocket back up again. You see a strong support area right in here where it consolidates, breaks out, and goes higher. So this is how I'm catching a lot of these movers that are making massive runs. You can look at the after hours. I saw some right in here after hours. No, it wasn't this one. I'll just stick to the LFS. But you can see this works with anything. Everything that I post in my penny alerts, you can see that I saw USAR hit this upper band. Price pulled back to, it was so kind of close that my stop loss was very tight. I took this right in here and made a monster move up. And you can see it time and time again. Rain hits this 20 and it made a monster move up. This one right here, this was ENGN. I did that 200. I'm noticing that 200 kind of loses a lot of the momentum. Once it comes back to the 200, it kind of does not do as well. But I'll try to keep you guys updated. But basically, I have a screener where I find these plays. I wait for a pullback. That pullback is usually, depends on what I see. Like if I see something like this, it made a big move up. I kind of like, I'll probably wait for the 20, right? It just really depends on what the stock is doing, right? But you will usually see that 10 and 20 is going to be the monster pump up that you get. price pumps here, comes back to the 10, boom, makes a monster move up, comes back to the 20, boom, makes a monster move up. And then my next favorite is that EMA 50, and then you can put your stop loss in between that 200 line, okay? But yeah, I just want to go over LFS and why I liked it, and how I played it and all this. As you can see, real life alerts. I'll try to get you guys in early on some of these. Me personally, as long as there's volume, that's all I care about. I didn't even see any news on this thing, but it's moving. That's all that matters to me. If there's a lot of volume in it, someone knows something. All I do is I wait for the pullbacks, have a clear stop loss, and keep trading it to the upside. Yeah, so if you guys also do want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to join. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description, it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts, and you'll get access to everything for $12 a month. And you'll get access to all the alerts, live streams, the strategy. But I just want to give you guys constant updates on what, if you start seeing the strategy more and more and more, you'll see how awesome it works. And it just keeps working. Combine it with Keltner channels to say, oh, do we have momentum? If it touches an upper band, there is a lot of momentum in this stock. And that's what I saw with this one. All right, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord, I would love for you guys to join. I'll be live every day. Help each other out, find these plays. I know not a lot of people talked about LFSS or LFS, but it met my system. I don't win over trade, guys. My stop loss is very defined. When I start pumping, I take the dip buy, try to get in. It pumps again, take the dip buy, get in, and you just keep trying to rinse and repeat it until you make monster money. But hope to see you guys in there. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.